It's morning time. I don't know what day it is, like 12 or 13, I think. Let's have a look-see. Okay, well, there's stuff alive in this one. That's good enough for me. Obviously, needs a little stir. But we're going to be messing with this one pretty soon anyways. So, we'll just give it the gentlest stir we can manage. Okay, and let that one ride. This is the main original colony. Let's have a look here. You know, it always looks like this one's empty, but it never is. So, who knows? Who knows what's going on in the main colony? But once again, we will stir. We'll zoom in on it once before we make any changes. But right now it's just morning, so give it a good stir. Okay, and then finally this one. Ooh, look at that, eh? Yeah, there's definitely there's definitely white stuff floating around in there. You can for sure see it. So that's got a healthy population too. Okay, if I was to just say roughly what's going on here on the morning of day 12 or 13, I would guess that this one is overpopulated and underfed. This probably is just perfect, though maybe a little bit dense, but it's got enough food, enough space to keep going. And this one should be overpopulated by now, but I think we still could double up one more time before being pressured. Yeah, I could get away with leaving these guys in these containers probably for another day and a half to 2 days, maybe 3 days, I would guess. And then they would start to overpopulate or at least stress each other in some way or another. So, they need to be moved into a bigger container. I was thinking one of these giant green jugs. These are 15-liter jugs, which is a stupid size, but basically 3.5-gallon jugs. 4-gallon jugs, maybe. But big enough. The problem is that it's green. So once we put stuff in there, we essentially lose it. We don't know if it's doing well. But better to lose track of progress than to lose progress, which I think a lot of business owners would disagree with. But yeah, that's just my opinion right now. I think if I fill this jug up with the same practices that we're using in the other 3 jugs, that I should be able to get a robust enough population then to, essentially do whatever I want with it. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Greetings, good people from near and afar. I've been a little distracted the last couple days. Haven't really dealt with the rotifers or really looked at them. Yeah. Okay. So what we're looking at here, well, right now we're looking at a mess, to be honest with you, that needs cleaned up. But then beyond that, okay, so the one that needed feeding originally is actually the one that's the most colorful now. There are still rotifers in there. I can see them. Not sure if you can. Here you go. Now you can kind of see them. Right? So there's stuff going on in there. This one. The mother jar. The Epsom salt container. Well, let's just zoom in without stirring it up. But yeah, obviously it could use a feed, but like I've been doing this whole time, not trying to overfeed here. Just trying to keep them stable. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, we'll come back with the flashlight. And then we got this guy, the first split. And, yeah, I mean, there's white stuff in there. Hard to say what's going on. Okay, let's zoom in with the darkness. So, and I'm going to turn off the bubbler so we can actually get a good look at them. We'll start with the easiest to see, which is this one, the glass container. Let me get a holder. Okay, good. Good. That's great. Look at that. That's a healthy little colony. I'm going to zoom out for a second so you can see them. Yeah, but look at that. You can see them all even not zoomed in. This is 1.7 right now. But yeah, just sort of with your normal eyes, you can see them all swimming towards the light there. So, you know, not a crazy dense population, but a healthy one, a sufficient one, I would say. You know, that 1 liter right there is probably all I need for my entire breeding operation. But anyways, cool. So that's the first one. Next one. The Epsom salt container, or 3 liter mother container. Once again, looking pretty good. Not as rich as that day a few days ago, where we really saw them going right before I left for my trip, but still, they're okay in here. They're okay. Yeah. It's kind of hard to see what's going on in there, but just because it's cloudy plastic, but you can see there is some stuff in there and it's moving around. So anyway, it's not dead in there. Maybe not super dense, but actually we're assuming it's pretty good. And then in here, aw. Okay, so this one has gone down in volume or in density. Maybe not, actually. Maybe we're okay. Thing is, these guys aren't really swimming towards the light, which is I don't know, which I would say is a bad thing, but they look like they're swimming okay. Maybe the light's reflecting in a bottle in a weird way. Anyways, I see stuff in there. And it's moving. I can see it with my eyes and I can see it on the phone. Okay. There we are. A few days later, everybody's still alive. Though you can see that all the cultures could afford to be split again. I don't have space to split them. But I might do something radical if I can find the time. Okay, I got another 3 liters of salt water. I'm going to find somewhere to expand these cultures into. But as you can see, the desk has gotten pretty messy here. And messy desks do not make for clean cultures. So we're going to try and tidy up, get all these bubblers sorted, get everything kind of tidied up for version 2. And then if we can manage it all tonight, we're going to transfer some rotifers into this giant green tub and expand from there.